I mean, I just recorded an entire game and realized that my microphone and my camera were both turned completely off. I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get how I can be so fucking stupid to not even realize that my microphone and camera are not recording 20 minutes into a video. Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome back. We are going to be continuing and possibly finishing the Madden Eagles rebuild today. I guess it really just depends on how much time I really take up. I know the first game we got here is the divisional round of the playoffs. First round of the playoffs that we're going to be playing in against the 10-6 Seattle Seahawks. Look, I'm not an Eagles fan by any means. Everybody knows I love Jalen Hurts and everything, but other than that, I'm not really in any way an Eagles fan. But if you are an Eagles fan and you are absolutely fucking furious from the Doug Peterson coaching decisions that were made yesterday, I do not have an answer for you, but I understand why you're angry, and I don't fucking understand it either. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Doug Peterson gets investigated for, like, interleague collusion. And for those of you who don't really have any fucking idea what the hell I'm talking about, basically the Eagles in Washington played last night. So we had the Giants and the Cowboys, and then we had Philly and Washington. Now, every one of those teams besides the Eagles had an opportunity to make it to the playoffs yesterday in some capacity. Okay, the Giants beat the Cowboys, meaning that the Giants would have won to the playoffs if Washington would have lost that game. Now, given the circumstances that were provided for Philly, they did not have Deshaun Jackson. They did not have Jalen Reagor. They did not have Alshon Jeffrey. They did not have Miles Sanders. They had nobody. They had absolutely fucking nobody to use yesterday. Now, Jalen Hurts didn't really have a great passing game. I don't really know how you can expect him to make passes when he has nobody to fucking throw to. But Jalen Hurts also had 2 touchdowns using only his legs, and it was still a very, very close game, and Doug Peterson benched him for Nate Sudfeld. But it doesn't make a lot of sense considering I'm pretty sure Philadelphia's found their fucking guy. And I don't really know why they wouldn't want to see what Jalen Hurts can do, especially in a game that doesn't really matter. You can at least try and end Washington's season. You can try and be competitive about it. That's just kind of where I sit on the entire thing. But to us, it kind of looks like Doug Peterson just fucking gave the game to Washington and fucked New York over. Now, I doubt that's actually what happened, but it certainly would appear that way. Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed too if I were you, buddy. I remember playing Seattle earlier this year, and their defense was just absolutely fucking ridiculous. So I'm kind of not surprised right now that I can't do anything on them. Bro, I don't know what I gotta do here. Like, Seattle is just, they're fucking locked down. I gotta get a play here that's gonna be a guaranteed score. I don't want to go in down into the fucking half. Now, it is Monday, and typically on Mondays I like to talk about the Buffalo Bills, and I hate to be that guy that sits there and talks about his own team for the entire fucking video, so I'm not going to do that, but I do want to say something about them. I mean, this is by far, without a doubt, the best Buffalo Bills football team I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, shit, just look at the roster. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, all of them had career years. Josh Allen, top 3 or top 4 in passing. Stephon Diggs, #1 receiver this year. I don't know, it feels weird. It feels unusual that, like, I'm oddly confident in the playoffs. Like, I'm oddly confident. Now, I don't want to be the guy that's going to sit here and say that the Bills are going to go and win and then lose, kind of like they did last year with Houston. I never said the Bills were going to beat Houston. But I'm just saying I don't want to be the guy to talk them up and then they go and lose to the Colts. I think the Bills are a 10 times better football team than the Indianapolis Colts are. But again, I hate to be the guy that jinxes himself and fucking loses. I'm just saying I'm jacked up. I'm ready for the Colts on Saturday. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, believe that the Buffalo Bills will take them out. Like, I'll just go ahead and say right now, if the Josh Allen who's been here the last 6 weeks shows up next week, Indianapolis is fucked. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game, and I'm super stoked for Saturday, honestly. Kind of wish it would be a later game, but I'm fine, whatever. As long as the Bills are in the playoffs playing football, I could give a fuck less what time it's at, man. What the fuck was that? I mean, did I just get sacked by one of my own offensive tackles? It's fucking Villanueva! Are you serious? Watch this shit. Bro! Guess I've never had it where my own left tackle wants to kill me, but I guess I have it now, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so we scored. We got the ball back. Seattle didn't score any points, and now we have it in Seattle territory, actually. So I'm probably just going to milk out the clock, kick the field goal, and advance on. Oh, and it's the Bears, too? Oh, man, I hate the fucking Bears. Oh, shit, but Allen Robinson's going to be going against his old team. Oh, shit. I might be playing against Carson Wentz. Fuck, dude, I don't remember where I traded Carson Wentz to. This could be an actual grudge match. Nah, it's just Trubisky we're going against. We're good. You know what? I think we're going to go a little bit of a different route. And I'm just going to let it fucking fly the first play here. It's all right, well, I guess we're not going to air it out. We're not even going to attempt to throw the ball. We're just going to fucking run it every play this game. I got some comments from you guys asking me to tell some more fucking stories about my childhood and stuff like that because people think me getting into trouble and doing dumb shit's just fucking hilarious. One of the top questions I had actually was asking me if I ever ding-dong ditched as a kid. That was what somebody asked me. That answer is yes. I ding-dong ditched all the fucking time as a kid, and it was terrible. Honestly, much like throwing snowballs at cars, ding-dong ditch was a lot of fun until you got caught. Then it wasn't fun anymore. You see? There's a lot of difference between ding-dong ditching someone and throwing snowballs at cars. Typically, and by the way, in no way, shape, or form am I condoning the act of throwing snowballs at cars. Like, knock that shit off. Don't fucking do it. But I would definitely say throwing snowballs at cars is a little bit different than waking somebody up at 3 o'clock in the morning when they don't know who the fuck is standing outside their door. All right, let's see if we can quick punch one in here. Then we can kind of take it easy for the rest of this game. Perfect. Yeah, I remember this one time, me and my friend named Zach, the same guy that I threw snowballs at cars with actually in one of my last videos. Now anyway, we had a house, because me and Zach were neighbors. We lived right by each other. And there was a house just down the street from us, actually right on the corner. And a guy lived there, and he was a pastor with his wife and his kids. A pastor. So you can already tell this is pretty low what we did, but you know, we were kids, we didn't fucking care. So what me and Zach and his buddies decided that we were going to do was we were going to go and take a stick of chalk, walk down to the pastor's house, and draw a gargantuan dick on his driveway with chalk. You know, we're kids, there's not really talking us out of fucking anything at that point. Someone brought it up, we're all like, hey, sure, let's do it, right? You see, it didn't really play out as we thought it would, because instead of just drawing one dick on his driveway, we each drew one. So this driveway had 4 huge penises going up and down. Trust me, there was veins in these fucking things and everything. We put heart and detail into this. Okay, so we rang the doorbell and we began to run. Okay, one thing we're not really used to, or we weren't really used to, was dogs. Okay, so I'd say no longer than 5-6 seconds after we rang the doorbell, that door flew open and we heard barking. And we heard the dog like clawing against the glass door, and I was like, oh fuck. So right across from this guy's house, because he was on the corner, was a ditch and then the highway. That was right across this guy's driveway from him. So anyway, we start taking off down into the ditch. Then we hear the door open and the dog comes running out after us. All right, so we start taking off across the highway, just running. It was late at night. There was not a lot of cars. We start running across the highway. We hear the guy call his dog back because I don't think any person wants their dog running across a busy fucking highway, especially something like chasing kids who drew dicks on your driveway. It's probably just not worth it. We ran over across the highway. We laid down in some weeds for like an hour. We hid. We thought we were in the clear, right? No. It turns out that we were very much not in the clear. Huh. Well, turns out the neighbor guy knew who we were because, well, we lived 3 houses down the fucking road from him. We walked up to his driveway. He handed us a little cup with a toothbrush in it. The cup had water in it. He didn't really say much to us. All we had to do was get on our hands and knees and start scrubbing these chalk penises off his driveway for the next hour and a half. And you know, he's a church pastor, so obviously he gave us a little Bible pamphlet thing and told us to read it and basically told us that he would clean Satan out of our systems if we just turned over to Jesus. And then, yeah, I think I got grounded for like a week or something after that. I can't remember. All I knew is I never drew a penis on a pastor's driveway and ding-dong ditched him ever again. Alright, so this is looking like it's basically just a fucking blowout. I mean, I don't really know how the Bears had a 12-4 record to begin with. I took away their only offensive weapon that they had, who was Allen Robinson. So yeah, I will see you guys in the Super Bowl. Now we're going to go play the Super Bowl. I don't know who we're playing. I haven't... Oh, Jesus Christ, of course. But yeah, we get the fucking Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Of course the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, because why wouldn't we play the Chiefs in the fucking Super Bowl? Alright, so it looks like the Chiefs started with the ball and they marched right down there and scored in 1 minute and 10 seconds. So... holy shit, Jalen Hurts showing shades of Tim Tebow right there. What the fuck was that? The fullback gets him every time, you stupid son of a bitches. Anybody see that Tom Brady got Antonio Brown like a $250,000 bonus at the end of that game yesterday? That was pretty cool, honestly. Like, I think it was Antonio Brown had to get 40 passes and 5 touchdowns on the year, and Tom Brady willingly knew that on the last drive. He just shuffled him like 4 passes and then threw him a touchdown. And he did that just because he knew that it would give Antonio Brown a $250,000 bonus on his contract. That's pretty fucking cool of Tom to do. Like, no matter what anybody says about Tom Brady, that guy actually cares about, like, those who are close to him at least. You know, kind of just speaking of players who have either completely fell off or lost their minds and who I want to see be good again. Le'Veon Bell, dude, I would love to see Le'Veon Bell be good again. I don't necessarily believe that Le'Veon Bell's career is over with. I don't think that for a second. The guy's, what, 28, 29 years old. Like, he's getting old for a running back, but Le'Veon Bell still has a couple more years left in him. He probably still has 3-4 solid good years left in him. At least I genuinely believe he does. Sometimes I do wonder what Pittsburgh would have looked like if AB and Le'Veon Bell would have never left. You know, what that offense would have looked like if Big Ben still had all of his weapons. Let's go, Miles. Oh, fuck. I mean, I can't imagine it would be too hard for Le'Veon Bell to find a job where he's at least, you know, used a lot. Kind of like a Kareem Hunt role, how he's in Cleveland, you know. Le'Veon Bell could easily do that. Seattle, for instance, would probably be really fucking good for Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is one of the best receiving backs in the history of the entire league. You put him in Seattle, he's probably going to thrive. Oh, Jalen, that was not elite. What do I have to do to stop fumbling the goddamn ball? I'm literally trying to either throw the ball away or slide, but Jalen Hurts' reaction time is no faster than my fucking deceased grandmother's, so he can't do anything, and he fumbles the fucking ball every goddamn chance he gets. Zach Ertz is hurt now too. Holy shit, this Super Bowl can't get any better. How can this day possibly get any fucking worse? Is that a holding? Is that holding? I don't honestly think that this can get any worse right now. Gary Kubiak is possibly going to retire, and the Vikings might hire Hugh Jackson as their offensive coordinator. Say that this day couldn't get any fucking worse? Did I actually just said that, I'm pretty sure. I'm stunned right now. Oh. It won't stop. This never ends. Guys, I swear to you, if I see one goddamn comment saying you gotta slide or throw the ball out, I am mashing these buttons. One of these 2 buttons I am fucking mashing into my controller, and it's just not working. Slide, slide, thank you. Thank you so much for sliding, Jalen. That means so much to me that you didn't just fumble the ball for the 4th fucking time this game. That means a ton to me. All right, so we shut down the Chiefs the first 3 times, and now, you know, much like the Chiefs in real life, they can't be stopped in the 4th fucking quarter, so. Let's go! Jalen is elite. What a dime. I didn't even get a fucking chance in overtime, dude. I mean, trust me, guys, if I would have actually played defense, they would have scored for sure. So that was the best option there, was to have our computer play defense. I was so hype at the end there, too. Fuck, dude, that sucks. All right, guys, look, I'm not gonna be the content creator where I'm gonna restart if I fucking lose. Like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. That's not the point of this at all. So I'm gonna take that loss. We didn't get it. We lost. We just lost in the Super Bowl. It sucks. I know. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video now because we are getting really close on time, and I'm pretty fucking pissed, to be completely honest. Super disappointed. Sorry to anybody that wanted the Eagles to win the Super Bowl there. Apparently you can't beat the Chiefs. That's that. Anyways, there will be more videos coming out soon. We'll probably start another team within the next week or so. I don't want to hop right into another Madden playthrough, rebuild, whatever the fuck you guys want to call it. Those do get to be a little bit tedious and repetitive, so we're going to try and find something else to do for, I think, tomorrow's video or whenever that comes out. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this rebuild, and if you're a pissed off Eagles fan right now, I'm sorry for a number of reasons. You've had a really rough couple of days.